Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I hope everyone is doing really good. I am wearing a sweatshirt today, even though it is May 18th, because it has snowed here in Utah. Can you even believe that? It's crazy, right? Okay, so I'm super excited to share my latest idea with you. I know summer is coming and everyone is getting ready to travel or go on a vacation or family reunion. And I know that sometimes, at least for me, breakfast can be really tricky to figure out A, something healthy, and B, something fast, because you're always kind of in a hurry on vacation, and C, something cheap and easy, right? I hate spending money on breakfast. I don't know if anybody else does too. So anyways, I'm going to show you how to make these, and they literally take like, from start to finish, probably only like 5 minutes. So here we go. This is actually, the one I'm going to make with you today is a strawberry almond instant oatmeal packet. So some of you might like instant oatmeal. Instant oatmeal, when you go to the store and buy it, is really not healthy, like at all. It has tons of sugar in it. I was not able to find one in the store for under 13 grams of sugar per serving. And also it has just tons of fillers and chemicals in it to keep it shelf stable, whereas what I'm making today will probably last a good month or two. And you can just make a bunch of them at one time. It's great and super easy for meal prep. So anyways, here we go, and I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. So we're going to start first with our oats. So the way that you kind of make it into instant oatmeal so it cooks sooner and faster is you actually blend up the oats, but you don't want to blend them up to be oat flour. So oats can go from oats to oat flour really quickly. So I'm going to show you how I like to do it. So I get the old-fashioned oats, which are a little bit of a thicker oat than the quick cooking oats. And I'm going to put 2.5 cups of oats in them. And like I said, this makes a ton, so you can probably make 4 or 5 packets with each batch. So I'm just gonna pulse it in my blender, maybe just a few times to where it just gets a little bit finer but not broken down all the way. Okay, so that's all it takes. It's super easy. So you can kind of see there how it's not necessarily oat flour yet, but it's gonna help when you make the instant oatmeal really super creamy, which is what you want in oatmeal, right? I actually prefer this oatmeal to like the oatmeal that I make on the stove because it's super, super easy. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna dump it in a bowl, and there's just 2 other simple ingredients that you put in there. So we wanna add some protein to our breakfast. Oats actually have quite a bit of protein in them as far as grains go. They are pretty high in protein, but we're gonna up it with some vanilla, ideal raw, and you can put chocolate in here or mocha. Either one of those will work, but I like to do the vanilla because then you can kind of mix it with any flavor you want. So 1 scoop of that into the oatmeal. And then this is just totally optional. I like to have my oatmeal a little bit on the sweeter side. And if you're traveling and say you're making this in your hotel room, which I do all the time, I just use the hot water from the coffee makers. What you're gonna wanna do is I just put a tablespoon of Tuvia. I like to use the Tuvia, which is just half sugar, half stevia, but it kind of helps cut that bitterness of the stevia. So basically what you're gonna do is just add a little bit of sweetness to it, but not make it to be where it's gonna be overly sweet. But you definitely won't wanna add any honey or anything when it's done. It'll be totally ready to go. Okay, so you can see my little mixture right there, my oatmeal mixture. So now you're gonna divide it into baggies. So a serving is half a scoop, or half a cup, sorry. So you just get your half cup measure and you just scoop it in, and I like to use the snack size Ziploc baggies. So then here comes the fun part. There's so many different options you can do with this oatmeal. Is you can put in, so for today I'm gonna put in some sliced almonds, and then have you guys ever seen these at the store? It's actually just freeze-dried fruit. And you can find them in your natural foods section, or sometimes you can see them on the snack aisle. They have them for kids. And so what I do is you can use both of those because they're dehydrated. I'm gonna stick the almonds in and then the strawberries. And then they just kind of look like something like this. They're just like little freeze-dried. And they're good for forever. They last for forever. So I'm gonna put those in my baggie, and now I'm ready to go. So I've just got my almonds, my strawberries, and then I'm gonna show you a couple other flavors I did. So I just used some dehydrated bananas, and I did bananas with some peanuts and cinnamon. I put cinnamon in that one. And then this one is a chocolate coconut. So I just used a few mini dark chocolate chips and some unsweetened coconut. So what you're gonna wanna do with those is you can just pre-make them. It's so easy and cheap, and you just pick the flavors you like. I recommend two added ingredients. So a tablespoon, so I did like a tablespoon of almonds, a tablespoon of the freeze-dried strawberries, and then like a teaspoon of cinnamon, or you could even put powdered peanut butter in there. So I would just keep it to like a tablespoon or under. Okay, so let's get to how we make it into oatmeal, because this is the coolest part. So if you're in your hotel room, or all you have, or if you go down to like a continental breakfast for the hotel, a lot of hotels have just free breakfast. There's always a hot water machine there. So that's what I always use. So I will take my little packet, and I'm gonna put it in a bowl. And you can also use the mugs too. And then I'm just gonna add 1 cup of hot water. So there are some, you can put it in the microwave and do it that way, but sometimes it kind of overflows, and that's no fun to clean up. So I'm just gonna put a cup of hot water into my oats, and then you're gonna wanna mix it up really good and let it sit for 2 minutes. This is so easy. Okay, and then you're gonna cover it for 2 minutes, and look what happens. It's oatmeal! You don't need to sweeten it, especially if you put the Tuvia in. It's plenty sweet, but you've got some really great thick oatmeal that's high in protein, and it tastes really good. In fact, I made this for all my kids this morning before they went to school, and they loved it. They all wanted different flavors, and it was super fun. So anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I would love for you to try this. If you try this, shoot me a message or a DM. I want to see what kind of flavor combinations you come up with, because really the options are endless. If you want to use the chocolate chips, some people like to have them not melt. They will melt with the water. So you can even just sprinkle them on top afterwards. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great Thursday. Make sure to go to idealraw.com. We have tons of great deals going on right now. And I hope to see you soon.